G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be pulling out the engine out of the trailer here with the gearbox attached. So I've got, it's going to come up in the, so I've got to get the engine and the gearbox out and then pull them apart, separate the gearbox from the engine. So I've got a block and tackle set up in there, so I've got to reverse the trailer back a little bit and hook it out, snag it out. So due to the weight, I'm not too sure if my block and tackle is going to hold, so I'm actually going to take the bolts out of the gearbox in the trailer and take them out separately, which would be a better idea. So that's what I'll do now. Always a good idea, guys, to do something like this as well if that's coming up, just to bag and tag your parts. And this is my first time pulling a any gearbox like this sort of situation, especially in automatic. I've never, that I can recall, taken apart. Also got to remember, guys, that when you pull it out of the engine and the gearbox, there's all fluid in the gearbox. On the butt here of the spline for your tail shaft, there is a plug you can get temporarily, but just be mindful you've got oil in here. You can drop it out of the pan, take your pan off, I suppose, if you want, but just bear in mind you're going to have oil everywhere. I'm guessing these bolts are all the same length. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then there's a pan underneath these, I could see 2 underneath. Wiring, unplug that. So this was plugged into the top of the manifold here. Leave that there. Bring this over. Do. big one. Just falls over, I've got to stop. Yeah. There, looks pretty good, it's pretty in line. Gonna shut the donk off. Okay, I'll take you for a walk around what I've done now. I've hooked it up to my hoist here, lock and tackle. It's around the front here, around the crank. It's probably not good to have it there, but anyway. And then there's 2 bolts either side that I've put in a fair way to take most of the weight. I'm going to pull it forward because I need to separate the transmission. So I don't know if it'll pop off yet. It should do, but we'll see. I'll drag it forward and I'll go from there. So see if I can set the camera up in a good spot. Forgot about that. Forgot about that completely. Who knows it? So I'm going to take the weight . So it is starting to break on the housing. Yes, I better have a look underneath. Yep, she's coming through. Probably guys out there going, nah, there's something inside or something else that's catching up. Don't do that, don't do that. Okay, so probably can't see it, but up top I've put a bit of bracing just to support that. It was getting a bit of a bow. I didn't know if it was going to be strong enough. because I have lifted a in the box there. I got a 4M40 block from a diesel Pajero 2.8, but this one here being a bit heavier, not too sure, so we'll bring it back and have another crack. Alright. These are really good tools. If you haven't seen these, it's got a hand and a magnet on the other end to reach things you drop. So now I'm going to undo the this inspection cover here to get to the converter bolts, undo the flywheel. So I might get a better torch actually. Okay, hopefully that's a lot better. So yeah, we've got to undo this cover, get some bolts off to get to the bolts for the flywheel to the converter. Up a little bit, that probably will just drop out. Okay, so we've got can't see one bolt there. I'm going to be able to rotate the flywheel, so I'm going to be able to turn the engine. I'm going to have to do that. I have to rotate it here. That should work. Okay, so to get to the flywheel and the torque converter bolts, I've got to take the headers off. They've got to come off anyway, so I'll take them off, and then I'll be able to turn the crank at the front and get each bolt. There should be, I think, 4. Just want to get the gearbox up. All of these hooked in and around. Here we go. These are Australian headers as well. Can't read it there, but Wildcat, I think. I don't know if they're pacemaker or just Wildcat. Anyway, they're off. Keep all your nuts bagged and tagged. Alright, pretty close now. Okay guys, let's have a bit of a look. For those who haven't seen it at all, but up close. So there's the cubic inch 253. There's the number. I don't know if this torch is helping flashing, but it's 253 H 25152. I think that's reading. Yeah, 253 H. I think that's high performance or oh, I don't know, hot. I can't remember. 25152. That there. It's a torque converter. So if anyone doesn't know, inside here there's a lot of oil. That's why I've got oil everywhere to get most of it out. But yeah, and on the end, the snout there, the gearbox, you can put a plug. But yeah, forgot all about that. So look, there we go. There's some details. Holden cab number. I think that's cab 5258295. Trimatic. Bit of markings there. If anyone knows what size converter this might be, let me know in the comments. Can't see any other markings as yet. The converter. I'm going to get the converter off now and go from there. Police is out of the trailer because I need the trailer. So yeah, Wildcats. Alright, so I'm going to get that converter off. Take this harness off here. Undo that. That's an 11. Oh, it's 11. 11's going to do. 11's going to do, my friend. The only thing about making YouTube videos is I like having the radio on. you get in trouble, I'll get YouTube channel taken down for copyrights. What was I going to say? Oh, the engine this came out of is a, well, it's actually here on my shirt, HZ 1-tonner here in Australia. It's a bit like for the Americans that don't know, if there are any Americans watching, I think I've got some, yeah, I've got quite a few off and on subscribers, people watching. Think of what can I say, it's like a little truck. It's got a tray back on it, so say an El Camino, cut behind the cab, and it's got an aluminium tray that goes on the back. We do have a Holden similar to this, like an El Camino, and it's a Holden Ute. This is called a 1-tonner. So if you want to have a look at that more, go to my playlist and you'll see Holden HZ 1-tonner, or you can punch that in, Aussie Man Cave. Yeah, so anyway, if you're interested, have a look at that, guys. I don't know if this has to go back on a certain way after, because I'm going to probably get this rebuilt or looked at the cost, whether it's got to go back on the same way as the flywheel. I don't know. I don't see why. I think it's just got to go on the spline internally, but just going to put a one dot there. Ooh. As a reference. So if I look back through this video and that's how it's got to go, I know what I've got to do. Hello. Hello. What are you doing, my friend? Okay, so now I've got to get into these. Yeah, look like a 14. If you, because I'm by myself, I'm doing this method, I'll just bring you around. You can get someone on the harmonic balance on the front here to put a big socket on there, an extension bar to hold the crankshaft from turning. I'm by myself, so I can't do that, so I'm going to do this method. So that's what I'm doing there. So once you've got pressure on the right one, so I don't need the bolt on the flywheel, but if you need to stop the flywheel, that's what you do. He's on, it is snug, but I'm tapping it on so it's housed all the way into what do you call it, the stroke or the mouth of the open ender, because if it's not, you'll end up stripping with this much force, you'll strip your nut. So that's no good. Okay. Checking that's it. Shouldn't fall off. Just in case. Oh, well, it was just sitting there. Oh, I was lucky. It was just sitting there on that that bit of a snub there on the back. So now you can see, guys, this is a flex plate or flywheel attached to with your this is for an automatic gearbox with the torque converter and then the housing. A manual gearbox will have a 2-in-1, so it'll have the flywheel, and attached to it is a big flywheel, and then your clutch plate bolts to that, and then your gearbox. This is to come off next. Want something to eat? Here he comes. You want something to eat? Hello. Tell over the camera. Who's up there? What's that? It's all right. Hey, you want a biggie? All right. Sit. Sit. Dozer. Sit. Hey. Sit. Yes, it's all right. No, you're not in trouble. Sit. Shake. Shake. All right. Off you go. Look out. Look out. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 17. Beautiful. So you can see there, that should be, it's hard to tell here, but that should be thread lock. It's normally a blue, oh sorry, blue. There's blue, but it should be a red, I think, you should use for here. The neighbourhood. There we go. Here we go, guys. So if you're looking at this video for content on how to put your flywheel back on, that's the way it goes. So it's the hump here, depression comes out, stays out. So there you go. So as I was saying, these strip, this looks really good. I don't know if it's lost any height, but this looks really good. This colour there, and a little bit of wear on those teeth. So this is the very back of your crank that rotates internally. When you put it onto the block, when you're building the engine, this would be upside down, of course, the other way, the whole engine. You've got a seal in the back here. It's called a rope on these ones. I think it's still would have. Oh, this actually come out of. Yeah. This is the 69 engine. I think this one is. This came out of a HT from memory, my research. But you've got a rope seal in there, and they do leak oil if you get it wrong or after time. The newer ones have got like a rubber seal. So they do wear, that's why they leak, or if you pinch them, they'll leak from start. Okay guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. I've got the gearbox out on a little platform I made up. Just a bit of plywood and some coaster wheels, about $2.50 each, just so I can move it around. And I've got a code off it as well. I'll put that code up on the screen. If anyone knows more about it, I'll do some research as well, what the numbers I found. Next video, I'm going to fire it up. I'll put the starter motor back on, flywheel, ring gear, put it back on, and fire it up. Stay tuned for the next video and you'll see that, see if I can crank it up. Last time it was going was be 9 years ago, 10 years ago since it was last running. So yeah, I did give it a clean yesterday. I hit it with and got most of it off, but a really good product if you want to know to get the most of the oil off is oven cleaner. So I've still got a little bit of grease in here and here. But yeah, hit it with the oven cleaner for like $6 for a can, and it probably took 90% of it off. It's really good. Just for when I go to tear it down, it's not so much grease and oil and crap. So if you want to see that, guys, stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one. All the best. Thank you.